We're here with Zach
Hi.
of Zack and Wyatt.
Yes.
And
Anglia stuff.
we got the Anglia on the lift.
And the only part of this car that's GM is fucking broken. I blame GM.
Yep, this is the bolt that broke in the alternator bracket. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be pulling this transmission out again because it's got a few bad bearings in it and it doesn't go into second gear.
No, it goes in, it drives. It just makes a lot of noise.
Yeah, it sounds like it's got a box of rocks. So at least we got this nice flange to take the exhaust off this time.
It's gonna be so nice.
Yeah, and the hydraulic clutch setup I fabricated. This was a cable clutch down. It's actually holding together. So we're doing good. We still got good starter clearance.
I've probably put 100 miles on it, maybe more.
100 miles?
Yeah, because I drove to Griffith too.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I drove from here, back here, Griffith.
Wow.
I think I drove to work once.
Oh, cool.
So only one thing fell off, and I'm thinking it was this bolt now.
No, it was the head of the bolt broke off and it fell off. Yeah.
So that's good.
So yeah, we're gonna pull the trans out of this thing.
Perfect.
And I don't know. Let's get to it. You had this on the floor?
Huh?
You pulled the drive shaft out on the floor?
No, I have before.
Oh wow, why? Why is the washer on the wrong side?
Because I put it down before. I'm retarded.
Okay. All right, let's get pulling this thing out. Well, look, transmission mount, custom made.
I realized I hate a new word now.
What word?
Custom.
Custom?
Yeah, I just can't. Oh, these are like custom brackets. Shut the fuck up.
Well, what kind of brackets are there if they're not custom?
No, it just sounds stupid.
Yeah, but it's true.
They're just manufactured.
It's manufactured, fabricated. Fabricated. We did some fabricated brackets here.
Like
That's fabricated sounds better.
Sounds
I think
cool.
it sounds better.
No, I think it's because I was talking like Wyatt's grandpa.
Oh
He
yeah.
was like, oh yeah, you don't see customs anymore.
Custom.
Oh, God.
Yeah, don't see customs.
This is such a stupid word.
Fucking customs. I gotta stop swearing.
Well, we're not filming, are we?
We already got it going.
Oh, cool.
I just run it, dude.
That's like a lot of days.
He's like, are we filming? Yeah, I just let it run. I'm gonna remove the slave cylinder here. Oh,
People can see how slowly I can work now. This is not good.
I'm gonna have to run it at like 8 speed.
Yeah, no, for me it's like, you should do a split screen. You running double speed and me running
Yeah, exactly. That's not
slow.
that bad.
I'm removing one bolt. That's what I've been doing for the
I
past
removed one bolt.
30 minutes.
I don't know what that stands for, but it's gotta be something cool.
Three views.
I'm really surprised by shit when I do. Really surprised myself when I do cool shit.
Oh, when you do stuff like that, I guess you weren't expecting all of the work.
Dude, I didn't expect to do half the stuff we're doing. Oh, just bring the Anglia over. Yeah, we'll just swap that motor up. We'll have it done by this afternoon. We're good. 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
It came out good though.
I mean, from it blowing up, it took 2 weeks for us to get the new motor and trans in. That
Well,
doesn't mean it's good.
No, but you had people that were like, oh, this'll work and that'll work. And none of that stuff worked. They don't know anything.
On anything. That was fun. That was the best part.
People always like, you know, say, oh, that'll work, even though they've never done it.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll work fine. Just do it this way and that way. Oh, just because you saw it on TV or something? Because that's not the way it goes in real life.
That's why I like that one video where I was just sad talking to Wyatt.
Oh, it's the long
that,
one, yeah.
That like shows you, you know, what's kind of really going on.
Is that metal or cardboard used to patch that hole in the floor?
It's
It's
metal.
metal. Oh, it's from that heat shield from the Corvette.
Jackie made it.
Oh, no way. Because I said that day and I'm like, oh, I don't think they made it. And I look over and
Oh,
2 days
hell
later, I'm like,
yeah.
oh, I fucking scrap metal all over my fucking bench.
Jackie was so happy to get that. So I banged it kind of into shape,
Yeah.
and then I just siliconed it on. I didn't put any screws in it yet.
Oh, okay.
I think it should be fine just silicone.
It looks like water pump silicone. The blue stuff, right?
Hey, that's what I had. This RTV. It's 100% RTB.
It's 100% RTB. Okay, slave is out.
Drive shaft is slowly coming out.
Actually, I don't think we're supposed to call this a slave cylinder anymore. I think this is called the secondary cylinder.
Clutch. Slave. It's only slave. It can only be a slave.
I think so too. It can only be a slave.
Ew, I forgot.
Oh, fuck. You leaky man. I told you. Look at that stuff.
Yeah, it's really fucking gross too.
It's gross.
I love walking into that. You know, what if the drive shaft is hitting this beam?
What beam? No, it can't be.
No?
No. It would make a...
Oh,
Oh my gosh, that sounds like... Yep, you know.
Drive shaft's out.
I'm gonna zip tie this slave cylinder up to the side here.
Oh my god, it's filled with shit.
Schmutz.
Oh my god, look how brass copper it is.
Wow.
Can I see that?
Well, that's why I said don't drive this thing anymore.
What
because,
the hell?
You don't...
Do you see this, Roy? It's like gold.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
What is that? The bearings?
Bearings, brass, because there's brass in there. That's why, you know, the synchros are brass.
It looks like gold.
It looks like gold. We're panning for gold in CV Valley.
Gross.
So now we need to...
Bell housing bolts, right?
Yes. No. We got to take the transmission crossmember out.
And put it on
The rear one.
Oh, the back.
You got to take the little one, which isn't fully bolted in because we never finished bolting in.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
we did a lot of stuff like just to get it going because we knew we had to pull this trans back.
Also, it's fine. It's over-engineered.
Yeah, it's fine. That's he always says it's fine.
Well,
always
it's not
irritated.
holding anything.
No, but it's bracing the floor, and as it is, this floor sheet metal is like paper thin.
It's fine. Oh my god, it's so thin.
It's thin, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like a napkin holder.
Is it half? I should probably put these on the...
Yeah, just use the impact, take them off. They're half. I'm gonna take this exhaust off. It's 5/8. 5/8. You see that? Put the socket up there. Okay. We're gonna have to reuse them again probably anyway, so.
Pull the bolt.
Why come back?
I don't know, maybe. Why it's weird. It's not hot, so that's good.
It's not hot out?
Yeah.
It's not hot.
Yeah.
Freaking cloudy out. Oh no, the sun's out! Look
Oh,
at that,
great.
the sun's out. Yay!
It was raining so hard on the highway.
Where? On the highway?
Yeah.
But it wasn't raining at your house.
No, it was
Wow.
right at my house. Right before the hill.
That's crazy. Okay. We're gonna disconnect the battery too.
Oh, yeah.
You forgot to disconnect the battery!
Yeah.
I hate when people are like that. Oh, you're gonna be changing your rear shocks? Disconnect your battery first for safety. What? It's the shocks. Why am I gonna disconnect the battery? Don't make any sense.
Now for the starter.
Well, yeah, you gotta remove it when you do the starter because it's a starter, and the starter, you know, and the
Starts it.
thing, and it can make the sparks and stuff. I mean, I've cheated where I've actually undid the starter with it hooked up, and I just moved the starter to the side and just hanging on the cross member, but there's not a lot of room on this car to begin. The thing that sucks is I have another yoke here, but
Flat. You can slide that across.
yeah, there's no way in heck this would the large drive shaft would clear.
Really? Oh. Huh. Now we know.
It's okay.
Oh, God.
There you go. Yeah, I feel like the car was gonna fall in half.
I should clean this again. I just cleaned this and I got it like okay. Not great, but this new trans is just making it awful again.
Clean
I'm
with
gonna
the
take it
power
outside
washer.
and power wash. That's so gross. There was paint under here.
There was?
Yeah. It's actually hooked up.
Yeah, but you can do it later. Let's get this trans pulled.
I just never seen the power wash hooked up.
That one I leave hooked up a lot of the time nowadays.
Oh, we need the extensions and the extensions and the extensions.
The big extension's on the floor.
Somewhere.
You gotta take the starter out, so.
Oh yeah.
Gotta get up there to take the battery out. You gonna use a step stool?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Instead of lifting, putting the lift all the way down?
I hate to say it, but I could probably get it from down here.
No, you can use this. You forgot the damn starter wire. Battery cable, whatever. The trans comes out okay, but it's kind of a pain in the neck because it's so close to the floor and the tunnel's pretty small. So, and the head hits the firewall, so it takes a little bit to pull it out, but we'll get it out. Done this, we've had this trans in and out of this thing. How many times?
Like five.
5 times, yeah.
Maybe more.
So how'd the short shifter work out? Good?
Yeah. It's like super tight. It feels like a race car, but you're driving an old shitbox.
Does it have an over center spring?
No. It's just non-centered coolness.
I hate
I like old transmissions.
I
that
don't
get
know. I
to
want the
center.
shifter to center in the center
No.
because you go first into second,
only
and when
a
you go
4
up,
speed.
it goes into third. Like it lines you right up for third.
I don't want to be lined up. It's a 4-speed. You gotta just
Think about
you
your
gotta
shifts.
feel it. Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Still hit the seat?
No, not at all.
Oh, good.
It's like 20 feet away from the seat.
Oh, good.
It's like insane. You can put the seat all the way forward now.
Okay, that's good.
I wouldn't hit it.
All right, we're taking the starter out.
16ths.
We're not taking it out. We're just moving it forward. We just have to disconnect it from the bell housing because,
Race car.
yeah. So the bell housing is bolted to the transmission. On a lot of domestic transmissions, not really the 5 speeds, but the 4 speeds. On domestic cars, the transmission bolted externally, usually like 4 bolts, to the bell housing. So what you do is you would just leave your bell housing on and take all the bolts out of the trans and then slide the trans out of the bell housing. And the cool thing about that was on a lot of cars is they had an access plate on the bottom of the bell housing. So you can leave the bell housing on and actually swap your clutch out without removing the bell housing. You can just leave it on and just swap it out.
Austin's too.
Austin's also?
Well,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. So what he's talking about is the front wheel drive in the Austin Mini, the original Mini. That there basically had it where you pull an input shaft out and then basically you could swap the clutch out through the top.
Fucking sick.
And 310 GX.
Yeah.
Nissan 310 or GX or any of the 310 Nissans, which were basically, you know, that was the A13, 14, 15 engine, which was a copy of the BMC engine anyways. It's basically a Japanese copy of the Morris engine. And that used the same type of transmission in those 310 GX Nissans or Datsuns. And it was actually a dogleg 5-speed in the one I had. And yeah, you pull an input shaft and swap the clutches in and put it in. You can change the clutch in like 45 minutes.
Why did we put a bolt in here that has so many threads?
Because I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to
Oh, yeah,
pull
I
out.
remember now.
A long bolt's a good bolt. Because if it ever loosens up, it has to loosen up for like days for fallout.
I know now. Yeah, I got it.
Also, we did this. I had to
How long
reload.
that bolt is? That's for the starter. So there's like this much of it is taken up.
Also, we did this. We had to relocate this e-brake back about 8 inches, so and make new cables for the e-brake because none of this stuff's available.
All right, now we're sitting on the steering. No clearance issues.
Okay, we're good. Now we're just gonna pull a cross member.
I love how easy it is to just set the starter on the cross member on these.
Yeah,
So
it's so nice.
It's not
Okay,
wobbly.
let's pull the cross member.
Oh yeah,
The actual cross member. We still got to put some nutserts in this frame. You bring with you?
No.
Tell your dad to come up here. David needs to come up here more often.
I know. Is it 9/16 or half?
Half inch. The kid's supposed to show up too at some point. He's probably sleeping.
Doubt it. Has he been in one of your videos yet?
No, he
9/16.
refuses.
Of course he does.
My own son won't be in any of the videos I do.
Well, he's still edgy.
But he's got all the friggin' commenting. Well, you're doing this wrong, and you're doing that wrong, and you're doing this wrong. Oh, where's your YouTube channel? Oh, well, I don't like that stuff.
I'm not gonna do it.
You know, everybody who doesn't do something is opinionated, which is fine. I totally get it. People can voice their opinion on anything. That's fine. But when it's your own kid, it's a little different.
How's the 9/16?
It's probably up here in the lift, right here.
Oh. I need that.
There it is. That's why I say always leave your sockets on the lift while you're working on it.
I never do it.
Because otherwise, the only thing you might as well use those arms for something other than banging your head into.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
That one is a little,
Crossing thready?
a little bit. It's old, it's fine.
Cross members out. Okay. I'm gonna do a tilt-a-whirl here of the transmission.
So we can get to the top bolts. Where is that extendo?
It's on the floor.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. My shop is super clean. Don't mind it.
You honestly can't tell in the video how clean it is.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
You know, it's funny. I look at pictures of my shop from like when I relocated to this shop from across the parking lot. 9 years ago. Holy crap, 9 years ago. And my shop was like so clean and empty. It was funny. My other shop was all cluttered though.
Just give it a couple of years. That was 9/16 as well, right?
I believe those are 9/16, yeah.
Do you have any baseball caps here? I want to try a new flashlight. I got a neat
Oh
one.
my gosh, I don't know if I do. Let me check.
So this may be good. I doubt it. Yeah, no, the brim is not strong enough to hold the flashlight. It's a little droopy. If this was a normal cap, this would be awesome. I'm gonna take this off.
All right, let's take these 9/16 out. How's that?
That's a little chewed up.
You gotta use the, what do you call it, too, probably.
The wobble?
Probably.
Where's the wobble?
In the bottom.
The wobble. Also, is that 9/16? Or is it 5/8 or whatever?
No, it should be 9/16, because here. Right here. Use this.
Yeah, it's nice.
Here, use this wobble.
It's tight. 9/16.
You make sure you're straight on it with the wobble.
I don't know if it's 9/16. Could be 5/8.
Well, no, 9/16, 5/8 wouldn't fit on. It was 5/8. Here,
It doesn't fit on.
I think it's just rounded out.
Well, that should make it smaller, not bigger.
No, I think-
Is it 5/8?
No, it's 9/16.
Is it on?
Hit it, yeah.
Is that the right way?
No, I don't know. Doesn't feel like it.
That's left.
That's right. Go forward first. Just get the ratchet. Yeah. There you go. Lefty tighty, righty loosey. Luckily, I didn't replace those with Torx head bolts like I wanted to.
Killed you.
I was like, originally, I'm like, put Torx head, we'll have more room against the firewall,
No.
it'll be good.
It's fine. Boy, yes. Oh, so satisfying. I love when they do this.
Yeah, there you go. It's up here with everything else. Okay, number 2. Yeah, you got to burr on it. You got to like wiggle it and move it.
$14?
15. Just to round it out.
Fully rounded. None of this half rounded out stuff.
15. Try that. Sometimes 15 works for a lot of different sizes. At least once. What size is it? Oh, use the 15. It works once. And you'll never be able to put a socket on that thing again.
We have more bolts. That worked perfectly.
Yeah, it wasn't even that tight.
No.
Jiminy Christmas.
It probably wasn't that tight because it was all fucked up.
Yeah, it probably was, but I took the hammer and the... Now I can massage the firewall a little bit more.
Yeah.
Correctly.
Is that loose enough for my hand yet?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Nope.
Yeah, so when we got this thing in here, this trans, we didn't know the trans was bad until the first time we drove it. At that point, it was already together. So...
Ooh. That was sick. That was a really fun day.
Yeah.
I was actually really happy.
And then this transmission is a 1600 Pinto transmission, which is different than the 2-liter Pinto and the 3-liter. So we have a 2-liter Pinto transmission that bought from these nice guys up there in the middle of nowhere. And
they contacted me.
They did?
Yeah. They're like, we're upset you called us assholes.
You called them assholes?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because I drove up there 2 hours, and I got there, and they said they didn't know what trans it was, and I was like, oh, I'll gamble it. And then I went, and they're like, oh, yeah, it's from a 2-liter. It's like, I probably wouldn't have come here if it wasn't a gamble.
Wow, they said, okay.
So
yeah.
They were like, you take it out of the video, and I'll delete the comment. And I was like, nah, it's fine. It's going to be like 6 people who read it. It's fine.
Yeah. So anyway, so my friend Brad at Transaction Transmissions in Sunland, shout out to him.
Land of the sun. Ah, it's hot still.
You get it out?
Yeah.
He knows these transmissions pretty well. He's been doing transmissions since the 70s.
So where'd you put that other one?
I put it up here. You can put it on the other side. Put it on the other side so we know. So he says, yeah, I've got some parts here. I don't have another complete one, but I have some parts. I know these transmissions. He knew everything. Oh, it's got aluminum cover, not a tin. I'm like, yeah. So he's going to take care of pulling it apart and going through it for us.
The trans jack again, right?
No, we do not. We need to take the front bolts out. So on to the front bolts that retain, because this bell housing has 2 upper bolts and 4 lower bolts that go in from the front of the block.
I don't remember how we did this last time.
We used a long extension just like you did back there.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well then. Oh yeah, this feels like we did this before.
What are you looking for? Oh, you got it in your wrench. You got a wrench in your pocket? Or you got to plug in your tire? Holy dry rot on these tires.
Oh my god, they're only 3 years old. Well, I've only had the car for 3 years. They're like 2 years old. I need to go over this.
You got to put some Keeblers on this thing.
Keebler? I'm gonna get some Michelins.
Keeblers are tires. Or get some Vertesteins.
I don't want Vertesteins.
Vertestein's sprints are cool.
They're not actually good though.
They're not? I thought they were a good shred compound.
No, they're the Linglongs of classic car tires. The
Oh,
ones.
fuck you. You sure it's all the way on?
No.
You gotta make sure it's all the way on. There you go. Go.
Good thing these are tight. I wouldn't want any brake on this
Yeah.
broken ass fucking transmission.
I can't believe how much this frame is a flimsy flyer, though. When I can take a pry bar and pry against the starter, or excuse me, the steering box and the header and move the frame rail, I think it's pretty light duty. Cool. So we got another one here.
Shouldn't we be holding the trans, or is it just gonna stay?
No, the trans ain't gonna fall out. It'll be fine. It's still on the alignment dowels.
Oh yeah, and the shaft of input. Too.
Yeah, the input shaft. Believe me, this trans, I got the trans anyway, so.
I mean, I took this out alone, so that should say a lot.
Oh, you did take the trans out alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's easy getting the transmission out. It's kind of a pain in the neck getting in because the weight of the engine comes up and it's like, but this time we got the header with this, so I could actually pull down on this.
Oh, that's so convenient.
Because we had no leverage before.
Yeah.
This, like I said, this firewall is very tight. Actually, putting that silicone over that's probably fine.
I know.
If you just put a piece of Dynamat over the top of that,
I got a floor mat.
Yeah.
From a car, and since it was raining and stuff and it was humid, the floor mat has already shaped to the tunnel, so it's perfect.
Yeah, it's raining here in beautiful Southern California today. I actually was invited to a Labor Day pool party thing, but that got canceled due to the rain.
Huh. Starter is a little in the way.
No, it's in the way of getting the bolt.
Well, the bottom one. I'll get the top one first.
Just make sure it's lined up on it.
This side, because I'm useless.
You gonna pull this side? Okay. We went back and forth. All the bolts are out?
Yep.
Okay. We're going back. And
We're on something.
nothing. Like I said, that's pain in the neck.
It's not heavy, it's just like the fact of when it drops is...
Yeah, see, it's not really that heavy. It's very light trans.
It just drops.
Alright. Well, trans is out. So now we're gonna pull the top cover.
Not bad from down here.
Yeah, it looks okay.
And then we could see anywhere that it hits when we're putting it in. We can maybe clearance those a little bit more.
Yeah. Tiny transmission.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what was that?
Fucking freeze plug?
I hope not.
Excuse me, core plug. Not a freeze plug, it's called a core plug.
No, it's just regular water.
Regular water. It did rain out. All right, we're gonna pull the top cover of this transmission off and see what we got going on. Let's see what we got in here. Let's cover up. And somebody's been in this trans once before.
Yeah.
Ford doesn't use orange silicone.
Yeah, no, there's orange silicone all over the thing. The valve cover's got orange silicone. A cork gasket that's good is not going to give you any issues.
No.
And everybody puts silicone on them when they reinstall them. Put some grease on it, it'll be fine.
There. Oh, goody. D10 spring goes there. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, lots of metal.
It doesn't look quite as exploded as I thought it would.
No, it's pretty good.
Oh, it started doing the 944 shifter rattle.
Did it?
Yeah, the whole shifter just was...
Because you have the new shifter. The other one had more plastic. Absorbs the vibration.
No. It's like drove fine, and then it got really, really bad.
Oh, it did?
Like, bad. Like Wyatt's car.
Oh, okay. So it looks, I mean, I'm not looking at the cogs of the teeth.
Good.
Because the bearings are bad. That's probably all it is, the bearings and the synchros.
And the synchros are brass?
Yes, brass synchros.
How do they hold up?
Brass holds up the most. Yeah, it looks like the synchros are definitely worn.
Yeah, but it, like shifting it was fine.
But the second.
Yeah.
Second wouldn't go
So
in.
second.
The second gear synchro was bad.
Oh.
But you also got a bad bearing.
Yeah.
So when you got a bad bearing,
Oh
that's
wow.
the input.
That's a lot of movement. Love that noise when your transmission spins.
Yeah, and the gears are... There's no chips in any of the gears that I can see.
That's good.
No, it looks like he's got some chewed up gears. So we got the transmission out. Got
Hi!
Zack again. And he's sitting on the fucking floor.
I sat. Look, there's a bag. No butt contact on the ground.
We have an issue with him sitting on the floor all the time.
I sit on the floor. I usually have a chair, but it's over there. I just remember there's a chair over there.
I hate people who sit on the floor.
You're.
I'm kneeling. Dude, you will never see me sit my butt on the floor ever.
Bag. Look, you could see my ass.
Especially in my shop where the floor is not clean.
Why don't any people
So anyways,
have clutches?
He's just
The clutches just need the throwout, right?
throwout bearing, yeah. And the pilot bearing's common.
Also,
That's common 2.3, 2.0.
The pilot bearing was bad, is it?
Probably not. It looks fine.
I think
It's actual bearing in
I
it.
think
So
it's the throwout.
So anyways, we are taking this transmission down to my buddy Brad at Transaction, and he's gonna go through it.
That sounds pretty bad.
Oh yeah, sounds like a early '70s skateboard wheel.
Spins for a while.
Yeah, high precision right there. So anyways, we'll get back to you in a little bit.